Welcome to MacroCode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So today we are going to proceed with the employees management system using ASP.NETCOREMVC. So as you can see on our application, we have some modules. So we have HR and payroll where we have employees list. On our previous video, we created holidays, and we also have leave applications where we have leave types. We have leave applications list where you can create a new leave application, add the details and tie it to the employee. Then these leave applications can be approved. So you will be able to see the list of leave applications that are approved and those that are rejected. So these are the rejected leave applications. Then under system security, you're able to see system users. So these are the users. Then you are also able to see roles within the system. And for each of these roles, you can actually assign rights for each of that role. So you can see here, you can actually select multiple rights and assign it to our application. Then you also have system profiles. These are kind of system modules or actions. Then we also have system module logs. So we are capturing every activity that happens within our application. Then under system security, we have designation departments, bank countries, towns, cities, and system codes and system code details. So on today's video, I want us to cover something small. So under employees, I want us to add a new, I want us to update something here. I want us to add the employee photo. So on the employee photo, we are going to change these forms to ensure that we also upload an employee photo when we are capturing employees. So let's just go back to our application and we are going directly to employees list, create form. So under this form, this is where we are going to have our photo to be uploaded. So we are going to add another input that will allow us to add a photo. So that one, I'm going to do it just after this. So I'm going to copy this and I need to have a photo. But before that, we need to ensure that we can save that photo within our application. So let's just go to our model. That is the employee model. Then I'm going to add another field. So this will be employee photo. So we are going to save a string and this will be photo. So on this photo, this will be now the employee photo. So we'll be expecting this photo to be uploaded to our application. So we can have it as a nullable. Then on our create actions, I'm going to stop this application of ours. Then under create, I'm going to add, so before even going that route, let's just add the display name. So this is the annotation. So I'm going to say employee. I'm going to say employee photo. So on this photo, I'm going to have the employee photo now here. So I'll just go back to my create page. Then here I'll just have photo. Then this one will be input. So this one we are doing input. So then this input will be for the photo, and you can have that is the class. But now what I want us to do here, I want us to say this input is of type. So you can say type, and this is a file. So you can do file. Then here I can actually define what I need to accept. So I can say accept, then I can say .png, then I'll do comma .jpg. So this will actually now allow us to only limit the kind of files that can be uploaded. Then I can do .jpeg. Then I think I can do those two. Then after that, I can actually have, so I'll try to remove this. So let me just do that. So if I do that, I can also have an ID here. So I'm going to have an ID here. So I can call these maybe, I can also have an class here. I can call these maybe photo. Then I can call these employee photo. And I can also add maybe an ID here. Then I'll call this employee photo. So now when we launch our app, we should be able to see this photo. But we did one thing. Remember, we have updated our model. That is, we've added this new column. So when you go to our employees table, we should be able to see that we don't have that column for the photo. So if you go to the end, you see we don't have the column for the photo. So what I want us to do is we need to add this column. So I'll just add migrations. So I'm going to clear this. Then I'm going to say add migration, then employee photo. So press enter. So this will be able to add that column to our database. So when we'll be saving the photo, we'll be only be saving the photo name. Then we should be able to also see how we can retrieve that photo after saving. So I think that is it. But for those who are watching this channel and you have not subscribed, consider subscribing, like our video, and comment down below. So our migration is running. So build has succeeded and our migration file has generated. So I'm going to update the database. So I'll say update database. So press enter. Then our database should be updated and we should be able to have the new column in our table. So, and you can see to undo migrations, you can just run and do remove migrations. So this is the command that you can run and it will remove the last migrations that you have done. So if I go to our table, I'm going to see we have now, let me just do select again. Then I'll just do that and you'll be able to see there is another column called photo. So after we are done with that, so the next thing is I want us, so let me just launch this application so that you're able to see what is happening. So you'll be able to see that we now have another area where we can now upload a photo. So I'm going to launch the application and actually provide the details to log in. So I'll just do here and I'll log in. So to log in, then I'm going to HR and payroll, then employees list. Then I'll say new employee. So you can see here, I have now my employee photo. So when I click choose, you'll be able to see that I'm able to see the images. And you can see here, we have something called custom files. And you can see we have the options that you can only see .png, .jpg, and .jpeg. So this is what we added on our accept area. So when you come to create, this is what we told our application. We only need this kind of files, the .png, .jpg, and .jpeg. So that is why we only have these options. So, and we can now select, you can select now a photo, but now this photo, when you select, we need to save it. So how are we going to save that photo to our application? So that is the question. So to save that, I want us to go back to our, here to our controller. So we are going to our controller. And within our controller, I want us to ensure that we are going to have to now save our photo for employees. So what we need to do is I want us to come to controller here. I want us to come to employees controller under creator. So let's just go to create action and you can actually click here to navigate faster. So you can go to create. Then here I'm going to add a comma, then I can say iForm file. I'll just do iForm file, then I'm going to add employee photo. So if I do that, I now need to save my employee photo that has been attached by the user. So what we need to do is we need first to check if that photo has been attached and we need to check if that photo has been attached or not. So to begin with, I want us to do something. So to check this, I'm going to without doing anything, I'm going to do here employee. I'll just say if employee photo. So I'll say dot length. So I can do dot length is greater than 0. Then that means a file has been attached. So if a file has been attached, what I can do is I can recreate the file name if I don't want to use the file name that has been given to that file by the user. So I can just say file name can be date time. And also one thing that you need to know is I might not want to if someone attached the same file twice. So we can actually treat it as a different file. So to avoid the problem of attaching the same file twice, then you are getting issues with that particular file. So I'll just do here to string. Then I want to give the format of my date. So I'll just do year. Then I can do month. Then that is month, day. Then I can do hours. I can do that. Then I can do seconds. So my file name will be file name. I'll say file name. So I can say maybe to be employee photo. Then I can do here, can add that. Just do that. Then I can have here underscore. Then I'm trying to generate then I can now maybe add the file name of that particular user. So I can maybe add it at the end, and I can do that. And I'll now say employee dot file name. So this will now give me the file name for that the user had specified. So this will give me now my file name. So after doing that, I want us to do one thing. Where are we going to save this file? And how are we going to specify the path? So what I want us to do is I want us to specify our path on appsettings.json. So let's just go to appsettings.json. This is where we are going to specify our file path. But to do that, I want us to create a different. So I'm going here to create a different. So I'll do that, then say file settings. So this is where our files will be uploaded. Then I can do full colon. Then I can open and close, and here I'll put in a comma. Then here I'll choose another. So I'll say upload folder. So this will be my upload folder, and I need to give it the directory. So I'll just put in full colon. So this will be my directory where I'm going to save my files. So I'm going to copy, that is local disk D, and a folder called documents. So I'll copy the path here. Then I'll go back to our application and paste it here. So I'll just do that, paste it there. And you can see it has now given me the path. So after doing that, save this, then go back to our controller. So this is where we need to access that path so that you're able to save our file. So to do that, I'm going just within our if, I'm going to do something here. So I'll just say, I want to get my path. So I'll say variable path equals to. So there's one thing I want us to introduce. So what I want us to introduce, I want us to use configuration manager. So I'll just come here and I'll do private. Then I do read only. Then configuration manager. Then we do that. Then I'm going to have it within our constructor, comma. Then I'm going to use configuration manager. Then I'll also assign it here. So I'll do configuration manager. There we go. So then when I come to my create action, I'll just do underscore configuration manager dot. We need to access now the settings that we have done. So how are we going to access it? So we need to access it so that we are also able to save that file to that particular folder. So I'll just do iConfiguration dot. So I can say get value, or I can actually do this. I can put in square brackets, then I can put in that, then I actually say file settings, then I can put in full colon, then I need to put in now the name of that particular folder. So I'll just come here and say upload folder is what I need to access, and it will give me the value. So I'll say upload folder, then I put that. So that will give me the path. So once I have that path, I can actually now save my file. But to save that file, I need to do something. So I'll just come here, then I'll just do now, I'll just do variable file path is equals to, so I'll just do path.combine. You see it has actually done for us. So it will do file.combine path, then file name. So here I'm sure this is not null, so I'll just put that. So you see this sign? So if I remove it, you'll be able to see there is something here. So it will be able to say path may be null here. But we are sure we have specified the upload folder. So I'll just put that sign and these will be gone. So the next thing that I want us to do is to save our file. So to save our file, I'll just do var, then I'll say stream equals to new file stream. So I'll say file stream. So yes, new file stream. Then here I'll pass my file path. So I'll say file path. Then I'll do here comma file mode. Then I'll say create. Then down here I'll do await. So I'll say await. Then I'll do file. So this file, so this should be our file here. So this will be our file. So I'll say await.employee photo.copy. So I'll do copy to a string, copy to a sync, I mean, then I pass in stream. So I'll just say await employee photo.copy to a stream. And these will now save our file to this particular path. So that is how we've saved our file to that particular path. But now we need to ensure that we are able to pass the name. So the name of our file should be passed to the model. So we'll take this employee model here, and we say now the file, the photo name of our user, of our employee, is actually this name here. So we'll assign it the name. So if we do that, then we should be good to proceed. So I'm going to go to my folder here, and I'm going to say to actually specify, just to have a different folder, I'm going to say employees. So I'm going to have here employees will be my folder. So inside this folder is what I'm going to have here now. So here I'll go back to app settings. Then I'm going to do backslash here. Then I'll say, so we'll just do backslash, then I'll say employees. So if I do that, I should be now in a position to upload our photo, and it should go directly to our path. So if I do that, let's launch our application, and we can actually have a breakpoint here so that we see what happens. So if you're new to this channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, like our video, and comment down below. So today we are just demonstrating how to upload a photo in ASP.NETCOREMVC. So let's just proceed and see. So I'm launching my application. So if you like this video and you feel you can actually buy us coffee, you can use the link down below to buy us coffee. and we will really appreciate. So there we go. Our application is launching. So I'll just go to admin here, put in my credentials, and I can access our application. So if we launch, there we go. Then here we have our employees list. So I'm going to create a new employee. So I'll say employee here will be employee 10 or 9. So we'll do that. Then I'll put in the names. So I'll do that, put in the phone number, put in the email address, choose the gender. So I'll put in the country here. So where are you watching us from? So you can comment down below so that you're able to see that. So here I'm going to attach a photo. You see, I'm going to pick this photo here, and this is our photo that we've attached. So if I click create, we should be able to get at this point. So let's see if our photo has been. So you see, our photo has not come here. As you can see, we don't have anything on our employee photo. So let's just go back to our application where we were creating the photo. So I'm going to go back to our application. So let's just check on our form. So we have create post, we have a multi-part form data. Then if we go back to our photo, we have our photo here. So what I want us to do, I want us to, actually here we can do away with this. So let's just do away with SP4. So I want us to have class form controller, then we have the employee photo class. But what I want us to do is, I want us to just come here, remove this class here, and we can remove this ID. We can call this photo. Let's just call it photo. And I want us to have something called name. Then have now our employee photo. So I've removed this photo from the class here. Then I have my ID as photo, then employee name should be, so the name should be photo. So let's just launch our app. These are the changes that I want you to make. Just do that for the input. Then we have SP validation for, you can have the photo there. Then the type should be file. Let's just check if the type is file. So you see the type is file. So after that, let's log in again. Then we try to attach a photo. So that one should give us a photo that has been attached by a user. So I'm going to create another employee here. We were creating employee number 9. So I'll just do here 9. I'm going to stick to that. Then I'll do that. Provide some phone numbers, gender, country. So guys, tell us the country you are watching us from. Then I can add that, then address, department. Then I can now say, attach a photo, then I'm going to stick to the same photo. Then I can now say create. So if I click create, we should be expecting our photo here. You see, it now has a file. So, and you can see the content is form data, and we have employee photo, content type, image, PNG file is that, headers, and the name is employee photo. So what you should ensure on your form before you're actually proceeding, what you should ensure you have it correctly is our input here. We have the type, the accept ID photo, and what you need to be aware is this employee photo name here is what you should expect on your controller here. And within this form as well, you can also check, you can also add these other type here. You can have these two, the method post and this type, multi-part form data. So after doing that, let's go back to our controller. Now we have our form here. That is our image uploaded here. So when we step into, you'll see that our application will now get into where we wanted to, and it will generate a different file. So you'll see now our file name will be employee photo underscore. It will give us the date in years, month, day, hours, minutes, and seconds. So you cannot have someone with the same photo matching that kind of a timestamp. Then we'll also go to path. it will now take the path of our file, and if you hover, you'll be able to see it is under D, documents, then employees. Then you have the file path. The file path will now be documents, under D, documents, employees. Then we have now the file name. So if I just hover, you should be able to see that. Then we should now be able to save that particular file to our file path. Then we give now our employee photo another name, and that will be the name. So if we just proceed, we should be able to save our employee. As you can see, we have our employee number 9. And if you go to the database, I want us to check if that file name was saved. So you see we have the employee 009. And if we go, you'll see the photo here is now employee photo, and we have the file name there. If we go to our folder, we should be able to see our photo here, you see. And if we click it, our photo should be able to open. So you see, this is our photo that we've just attached. So as you can see, we've been able to save. So you can save another employee. So I'm going to add here, I'm saving employee number 10. So I'll do that. That is the name. I'll do that, provide some phone numbers, gender, country, date of birth. Then I can attach another photo. Then I'm going to say create. So the same thing, you are able to see the photo here, and you can save. So I'm going to remove that, and it will be able to save our application. And we can now see our employee number 10. You see, this is the record. And if we go back to our database, you should be able to see we have our employee photo. So as you can see, a quick recap, we've just saved our photo using these lines of code here. And our file path, we have been able to access our file path. Instead of add coding, we've been able to add it on our app settings.json. So you can actually change these without affecting your application. So I think that is it for today's video. So if you like this video, comment down below, and see you in our next video, whereby we'll be now displaying those photos on our details page here. So see you, and subscribe to our channel, and bye.